Okay, well that looks completely normal, doesn't it? Nothing wrong at all with that. It's not going to burst into flames. Yep, this is what I'm calling my Ghetto Success setup. I've got a series cable made up to connect two 650 3S batteries together as one 6S. This is scary as anything to connect together because it makes a big pop whenever you connect the actual battery. We'll show you that. I think I'd better do a quick line of sight hover, and then if it bursts into flames just out here, I'll at least be able to hopefully stamp the flames out and retrieve it easier. Whoa. Well, I don't seem to have any problem with the extra weight. It's very top heavy, but we've already been flying it for 30 seconds and it still hasn't burst into flames, which is quite cool. Shall we try a punch? Let's go there, nose. Okay, really steady. Jesus Christ. I've never heard motors go that fast before. Oh! And this is why you check these things. That felt, I think, like we had a motor desync when we went actual full throttle. Let's test that theory by just... Yeah, full throttle did some very odd things. So that is a bit of a situation, because what do I do now? Do I fly on 6S and not go full throttle? Or gently zip it up as I go and see if I need to ever go full throttle? I don't know, but when my throttle's getting anywhere close, I need to be around here to catch the potential fireball, I guess. So, well, let's give it a go. We'll take it easy. We'll put a lost model finder on because this grass is just getting so long now, and I don't trust this much. I'm not sure this is success ready. Okay, so while I get up in the air and fly around rather gently to start with, just wanted to talk about what I mean by a motor desync, because in my limited experience of having this happen, previously only one craft before, it's not the motor as such which is the problem. It's the ESC which for some reason doesn't get the timing right with the motor to basically blast it with the right electricity to make the coils work. And that's about as technical as I'm going to get, and really I bluffed off of that anyway. Anyway, it normally happens when you go from a very low to high throttle very rapidly, I've noticed. And it might be fixable by playing around with BL Heli. There's a load of stuff in there, mostly the motor timings, which might help, which I didn't go and try, obviously, but you'd kind of expect something that says this works on 6S to just work on 6S without having to fiddle with it. Some people might say it's the motor idle. I'm not at all convinced that's a problem, because what we're doing here is showing issues that happen on a very high throttle rather than going 0% throttle and starting up again. When you have problems with motor idle speed, it's normally when you go to 0% and just try going from there, not necessarily high, that one of the motors stalled. And playing around on 4S and doing a load of stuff on 0 throttle, we didn't really have any of that problem. Anyway, back to this flight. So I started off being very, very gentle, and it's kind of going okay. Nothing's burst into flames yet, so I'm starting to very gently raise the throttle up a bit and see how we're going, getting a little bit more aggressive. And I have to say, I've never flown 6S, so I'm not used to seeing this 20 something volts. As long as I keep it above 20, I figure I'm okay. But yeah, we're starting to ramp up now, so we're getting up to sort of 70% throttle, and it still seems okay. It's interesting because when you fly this, you start to sort of fool yourself into thinking perhaps something different happened. It looks okay, but it generally speaking, I'm not flying this normally. There's a very sort of
fear that something bad's going to happen any moment, which is, not the way you really want to fly it. And on higher throttle manoeuvres, you can hear there's some oscillations going on, and it probably needs a bit more of a tune on 6S. I've got to say though, whilst I'm not flying this normally, I'm really sort of limiting my throttle stick, it does feel a lot better on 6S. It had a sort of sluggish feel and less power on 4S. It feels better on 6. But I just go up for a quick sort of attempt at an inverted yaw spin and try and power out, and there you go, we got another desync. Okay, so quick note to self, if you're going to go with the hassle of actually putting a loss model finder on here, don't forget to turn it on. Well, no damage there, even to the props. That's the benefit of long grass, even if it takes a little bit to find. Yeah, I'm not too convinced about 6S readiness of this. I had another set of batteries to try, but I really don't think there's much point, because as soon as you really hit the throttle, you get some sort of motor desync and just spins out. I don't know if it's an ESC reboot or just the motor says, oh, I've lost it, and just shuts down, because the thing just spins round and does nothing. Motor wise though, despite a lot of sort of fluttery oscillations sounds, they're all pretty cool. It did take me a little while to get there, but if they were really hot, you'd be able to feel it. So no, 6S fail, I'm afraid. I won't be investing in any 6S batteries for now, because I don't think this thing will fly it properly from what I can see. Check it out, I'm going to sign out from the field. Hope you found that video useful. A little bit frustrating for me, but I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Well, you've made it to the end of the video, so thanks once again for watching. If you like what you saw, then please consider subscribing, and if you really like what you saw, then be sure to check out the link to my blog for a variety of ways in which you can help support this channel.